Welcome back to Pirate Adventures. Where we last left off, our dear pirates have managed to beat the hag, taken her corpse, and returned it to Brimmy Blackwater. And he, in return, has said they can keep the magic items, but questioned where the ship was. Wanting an opportunity to rest and recuperate somewhat, the crew went back to their ship and then returned to the island to investigate the soul in the swamp, hoping to find a ship as well. In fact, they found both. In a suggested effort to use their newfound toy, they, using the hag's bottle, rescued Roger Reginald in ship form from the swamp depths to return him back out into the open waters. Except Captain Vaela had some other ideas. And I think that's probably best where we come back. So I'm thinking we return exactly when Captain Vaela is basically saying, no, I don't think we need to do that. He's safe where he is. I'll leave it up to you guys. What are you doing? Vaela seems a little bit protective.
Back the bottle, Vaela.
Pardon?
What madness is this?
Don't know what you're talking about.
We agreed, Captain, to free him.
We gave
What?
our word.
While that's true, situations change and evolve with time. And my mind changed on the way up. Well, sort of.
Seems very convenient that you're the only one now going back on the word.
It's bad business.
Well, it's a captain's duty to make the decisions that they feel is best. And this is what I feel is best for now.
And you're wrong, Vaela.
Well, that's your opinion. I just say let's go back to the ship and...
It's a matter of fact,
out.
Vaela.
That's fine, you don't have to like it. It's just the way it is.
And you don't have to be captain either, Vaela.
Well, that is up to the crew. If they feel that's going to be the case, then that's going to be the case. But for now, I am the captain. So, he's staying where he is. Now,
Why?
if we're done here, why? Because that's the safest place for him.
You think he's dangerous or in danger?
A bit of both.
Having personally served under him, I can assure you he's not a dangerous captain. I don't know what's happened to him over this time, but...
And this is the issue. He has been under the influence of the hag for who knows how long. Who knows what foul magic she has been trying to apply to him over the years, enough so that she's merged him with his ship. We don't know enough about him and this situation. If we just start letting him loose, who knows what he's going to do?
And what foul magic are you now under, Vaela? Quite a sharp change of tune, if you ask me.
None to my knowledge. But you guys are the magical folk.
Let's
Why don't
give
you-
him an Arcana
Why
check.
don't you tell me?
That's what we're doing, Vaela. We're telling you exactly what's what.
Yeah, should we all do Arcana
Can I
check?
just throw one at him?
I mean, you've got
Uh,
no proof of that, apart from the fact you don't agree with my opinion. Shock horror.
What I'd say is insight or arcana. So you're either insighting to see if this is sort of really Vaela, or you're arcana checking if there is some kind of magic at work here.
I already did my roll. Can I just use my insight bonus instead of my Arcana?
Absolutely.
18.
18.
I don't need to check to know.
Yeah, we got to establish it for the plot.
It's up to you
I
guys.
already
if you
did
want
one
to
last
check.
session, I think. I did
Oh,
an
yeah, you
insight,
did.
and
You
I
did.
knew she
You
was being
clarified
shifty.
that something was shifty. Well, I guess I will say this Arcana check is for another purpose then, Alarias.
Okay, I'll do Arcana check as well. What's my 22?
Right, so Tim. It's definitely not Vaela. Vaela's far more flexible than this, far more compromising, far more diplomatic. This is very stubborn in nature, which is not unbeknownst, but this is uncommonly stubborn, especially for something that you're
Something
kind
so
of
trivial.
agree. Yeah, something fairly trivial, really. Especially that you're giving the ship away is the current plan, I should say.
Are you saying
Um,
it's not in her nature, or are you saying I think she's possessed?
Definitely not possession.
Okay,
Not
thank
to
you for
that level,
clarifying.
but it's not in her nature.
Yeah.
And for Alarias, it seems like something's swaying her mind. It's either some kind of curse, or it is some kind of spell. Whatever it is, it's only just started happening.
I think we have our answer, guys.
Can
There's
I
something.
prepare to grapple Vaela if she tries to dash?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
Prepare an action for if. So
That's
I'm
a
gonna.
better call than whole person, isn't it?
What do you? You can. If you do
Whole
hold person,
is
you use the spell
against
slot.
wisdom. No, we'll grapple.
Yeah, your strength will be better. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Vaela will have a mighty dex as well to counter the
Oh.
grapple.
Oh yeah.
She's probably got a weaker spell save,
You're
but personally, but
You're right. 14. I think you're right. I think whole person is
I mean, we might not need to go that route if you don't want to.
just for readiness.
But if you prepare, and you're probably better off to grab than to use a slot.
Yeah, because you'll use the slot if you prepare the hold person, even if you don't use it.
Yeah.
So
I
it's a bit
see.
more of a
Okay,
risk.
yeah, I'll ready the grab. Thank you.
Ready to grapple?
So kind of as she sort of said, well, you tell me, she's kind of just holding out her arms. You tell me?
There's something swaying your mind, Vaela. This is new.
We're like slowly circling her.
Or
Yeah,
she's
this bottle is swaying your mind, Vaela.
Haley, you're feeling pretty crowded right now.
Captain.
just
And
thinking
Elizora
about
hasn't
this,
moved.
actually. I'm just thinking about the wording of this. I'm going to take okay. So you think this bottle is swaying my mind? And all three of you believe this?
Not a think. It's a no.
Yeah, it's a magical presence, a feeling.
Well, if that's the case, I don't particularly like my mind being swayed. Now, I'm not saying that it is, but if it was, you would have to have a way of getting rid of that. But at the end of the day, this is staying exactly where it's staying. Now, I trust you all. You are, as I've said before, my crew is my family. I don't believe you, but I trust you. So for now, assuming you do nothing to harm me, I will stand here. I'll give you 10 minutes. If you don't do anything, or unable to do anything in 10 minutes, we're going back to the ship and I want to hear no more complaints. Agreed?
Reasonable.
No.
Well, that's your option, Elizora. That is your option.
Since when has that ever worked that way? No.
Since I am the captain and this is the decision that's being made. I think you'll find it a fair compromise. 10 minutes is a long time.
You're not who you are, though.
All right,
Captain.
all right.
You're
let's-
not.
Like
right,
I said,
Right,
I
let's
don't
huddle
believe
up.
you,
Right, Vailey, stay
but I
there.
trust
Let's huddle up. Right, let's just
Okay.
like grab
I'll
like
stand
shoulders
right.
of like
I'll stand
Tim.
right here. And
And
she doesn't move. She won't move. She will stand.
She'll have a rock like watch her still. And so, right, guys. Tim, I'm looking at you. What you got?
If it is a curse, I can take a crack at it.
If it's magic, I can dispel it.
Right. How much? How much remove have you got on you, Tim?
Mm,
Give me a scale
got-
of 1 to 9. How much remove you got
I
in
think
you?
I got some 4s. It doesn't say because we can upcast, can't we? Arthur?
Yes.
Yes.
So yes, I got a pair of 4s.
44.
Now, do we think lending anything's going to help boosting this up? Because I got some 4s too.
So do I.
We all have 4s. 4 of a kind, it would seem.
I mean, let's just give it all we got. Let's see what happens.
Right, do we put our hands on you, Tim, or do we put our hands on me?
Well, are we doing remove curse or are we doing dispel magic?
Remove curse,
So-
obviously.
Okay.
Is there a way to
Um,
know which one would be better?
Well, we could
really
diagnose as to
sense.
whether it's a curse or a
It's a
spell
hag's
effect.
bottle. Of course it's a curse. Come
Okay.
on.
Okay. But
Okay.
this is our only shot.
I
Oh,
mean,
mine.
until we get back to the ship.
I mean,
and
you
sleep
got
for a
two.
while.
You're saying you got 2 4s? I got 2 4s. You got 2
I've got
4s,
1 4.
Alarias?
I've got
Oh,
1 4.
You got
so
you got
it's
any,
5 4s
you
in
got any
total. Can we put
3?
I've got a
multiple-
3.
You got a
Yeah,
3.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you
May-
blow multiple slots into the same spell, Arthur?
No.
We're bargaining.
No. So I've got 1 4, so we've got 3 4s in total.
Yeah.
Unless
So
you plan on bringing something into the astral realm where it's a little bit funkier comes to magic. No.
Well,
so I mean, let's give the all 4s a go, and then if
Then
that
we've still got
fails, we can
4
give the
left, so-
3 and 2 4s a go.
Yeah. On dispel, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That feel good. All right, break. Let's go.
Place your hands on my shell.
That's the only part I'll
Okay.
touch it. Okay.
Tim places both claws on Vaela's forehead, I suppose. And says,
Curse, begone!
blasts her with unholy magic.
Holy magic.
Holy magic.
Just making things worse. Right, okay. Right.
I'll take
What slot is this again?
I'll take a 4 off on mine.
I think,
That's
I
helping.
think we're all giving level 4
Yeah.
slots, so it's
You're,
3 level
you're trying to
4s.
surge magic into this, okay?
Yes.
Tim,
Mm.
roll me a d20 plus your spell modifier.
With advantage.
Spell modifier.
Nope. Take into account that you guys are helping.
Spell modifier is +3.
Yep.
It's a 12 in total.
No change, Vaela. Doesn't feel any different.
I feel the
Tim.
same. Maybe it's not whatever you think it is.
May you drop the bottle?
No.
It's what we think it is.
Leaving this with me.
How much time has passed?
Oh god, barely a minute. Like
We
a
work
couple minutes
fast.
maybe.
Feel free to continue.
You've only cast like
Um,
a remove curse. You didn't ritually cast anything, so you're fine.
Right.
I already communed with my god today, didn't I? I can't do that again.
You can.
overnight.
Only
You-
overnight.
No, you can do it again. You did it last night. You can do it today.
Last night, so I can do it now. All right, you guys discuss wizard stuff. I'll commune.
I'm not a wizard. What are you talking about?
That's your foul magics.
I'm
It's
a
all the
warlock.
same to me.
We discussed this, Tim. We're the same. You just got better branding. That's all it is. I'm just telling you.
Branding is everything.
And his eyes roll back in their sockets as he communes.
The crystal kind of begins to form the visage, only to you, Tim, of this little girl wrapped in some grapevines, and she kind of giggles and she just goes, Tim, why are you rolling your eyes back?
Wait. A little dramatic flair never hurt.
It does
You'll
not.
understand someday. Perhaps
Okay.
you already do.
What's this little girl's race? Out of interest.
Oh, so she looks like a really sort of like a halfling, just
Okay.
by the size of her being, but she still looks like a little girl. But it's strange. She's sort of got like a greenish skin, whether that's because of the crystal or not. But her eyes don't have pupils; they're completely glowing, and
Okay.
her hair is just sort of wavy, flowing down. To the point where if she was the age she looked, she shouldn't have hair that length. It's
Got
very
it.
strange, like her hair's incredibly long and it just kind of flows around and
It's
never quite
impressive.
touches the
Doesn't make
ground.
biological sense.
No, it doesn't
You
make
get
biological or
superstate
aging
what
sense.
happened.
Tim's familiar. She can see out the crystal, right? I'm just gonna point her at Vaela.
Your
Do you read
captain?
this?
I need a bit more detail, Tim.
Hmm. This strange, nasty bottle artifact seems to have a hold over her psyche. She won't smash it, and I want her to. I pray you won't make us kill her.
Ah, I see. The hag's bottle. Do you know why it was called the hag's bottle?
I can take a guess.
It is cursed, for one thing. She will not wish to lose the bottle ever, and anything inside it will be hoarded by her. Like hags like to collect trinkets and people and creatures and things. She will equally do the same. I can try to help, but we may not be able to talk for a while. It will take some decent capability of what power I have. But you have done great things for me, Tim, and I am willing to repay the favor.
Do you have a fair shot at success?
I have grown in strength now. An artifact is but a piece of the strength my sister once had. Perhaps if you cast through me, through the crystal, I will have a better chance. Whatever power you can sum up.
Tim shakes himself awake.
Do you, you do have more juice?
I will be able to recover, but it will take some time.
I was asking the mages.
Oh, yeah.
I got another 4 to give.
Another 3. Well, 3.
We will likely require everything.
Everything. And how long are we gonna get cut off for?
A few days.
Oh, dude, yeah, let's do it.
Maybe a week.
Yes, that's fine. I've managed before.
This is just until I recover. My full strength may not be up by then, but I will be able to commune with you again.
Very well. These are good terms. Let's do it.
If your allies can provide more power, our chance of success would be much greater, but I will require all of it.
Ooh, so maybe we should take her back to the ship then, because we've got some more wizards back there, or some more slots at least. Right?
Yeah, that's actually
That's true, yeah.
Got Temerin and basically just Temerin.
What could
We got Temerin and Temerin.
Like, what's the worst that could happen? That she eats the bottle.
No, I mean, if
No.
what you said is true, then
She will not eat the bottle. The bottle will simply... She will covet whatever she catches in that bottle. That is simply it.
Okay. Yeah, I think we take her back to the ship then and give it another crack.
by open water as well.
Sorry?
It's by open water as well.
Yes. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Tim hangs up.
That-
Well,
We got a plan, Tim?
We have a plan. We must back to the ship.
okay. Fine. We can continue this on the ship. Let's go.
Going back to the ship. As you venture forth and go back to the ship, go back to the boat. You begin rowing. There is some resistance in the water as you're going. Like something wants to pull you back.
As in, the boat doesn't want to go, or is this just one of us?
It just no. You are all rowing fine. It is just with the waves as they are, being quite calm, as it were. You should not feel this much resistance in the ocean water. It is as if it is battling your attempts to sail it.
Mm.
Can I jump in and swim for a sec?
Mm-hmm.
How's it feel?
Swimming feels fine.
Then Vaela should try.
And Tim, you feel like you're meant to be down here like this. It's very comfortable this way.
I mean, that's how I usually feel in water.
Yeah.
You're saying more so than usual. Okay, you're just being weird.
I'm
Everybody
just being
get
weird.
in here! It's quicker than the boat.
No, yeah, it's quicker than the boat. That's probably the best way to say it. It's as comfortable as you regularly feel in water. It feels
Mhm.
like there's no resistance to it compared to what it was on the boat.
Elizora will use the trident to cast control water to then move the water around the boat to move
I'll
us.
try and push the boat too.
Yeah, using the spell from the trident brings the boat forward. That resistance is kind of fought off. But you just hear in your head, Elizora, Mummy isn't happy.
Who?
Gross.
Oh, just... I think we're running low on time. We should get a move on, as it were.
What you talking about, boy?
You know, what you've all been talking about. The
We're bringing,
apocalypse.
yeah, we're bringing artifacts together.
Who?
This is the cap, maybe.
Who's
for?
your mommy?
Mother. Mummy. You
Who-
know.
Who is Mother Dearest?
You know.
Use your words, bro.
Oh, fuck off. You know. You do know. Just think about it. God. Fucking idiots, mortal.
It's full of a trident.
Called me the fool. You don't know Mummy.
Anyway, to the ship.
As you get to the ship, you board. Vaela, as you get on, there's a lot more people. They are your crew. Trust them. You do find your grip tightening on the bottle.
Mm.
It.
I think to keep away from sort of her eyes. She'll hit. I'll be in my quarters. I'm going to give you what? You spend about what 2-3 minutes. You can have the remaining 7. I'll be in my
Well-
quarters waiting.
We just gather anyone who has spell slots to give.
From the crow's nest, you hear from Nibel. Am I allowed to come down yet? I mean, bloody hell, I'm getting a little bit chilly up here.
Yep.
You
Oh.
sure?
Yep.
I don't want to
once
get
you're
blown
close
up
to Vaela.
again.
You'll be fine. Captain's in the quarters.
Well, fuck, alright. I'll go on the bow of the ship.
Leave
Sounds good.
leave your rope there and come back.
No.
Tiff, give it a Tiff. Tiff, stand in the bow of the boat. No, Bill, we need you.
He wraps it in a cloth, like fabric, and he hands it to Tiff and just goes, "Don't fuck with it." Yeah, no, why would I do that? I wouldn't do that kind of thing. Don't worry about it.
I'm paying to return it back to the slimes. You do not mess around with that orb.
Okay, easy. All right. I'm not gonna do that kind of thing. I don't do that kind of thing. Okay, I was gonna fuck around with it a little, but I won't fuck around with it now. Okay. Zoom.
It's a tempting orb, to be sure.
Right. Tamarant, where are you, boy?
Yeah. Yes. What?
Alright, we need you.
Right. Now?
Yeah.
Yes. Place your hand on my shell.
Well, not quite yet. Don't touch the
That's
shell
okay.
yet. Just
I'm
not yet.
preparing
Not,
him.
He told me to touch the
not,
shell.
It's
What?
okay. Not yet. We'll tell you. We'll
I
tell
don't
you
want to be
when.
rude.
We'll tell you when. Barry, where are you? You helped us once. Where are you, boy?
Hi. Yes. Here. What do you need?
Right, you're imagining inclined, right? I'm not imagining things. You poofed the one two things, right?
Yes, I've got a bit of it.
Right, fantastic. Right,
I'm
Tim.
musically inclined.
Right, and then when Tim gives the word, we're all gonna touch the shell and give our best magical push through Tim. So then Tim can then do something with his crystal to help the captain.
I'm gonna blast a curse.
Brings in really close. Are you saying the captain's fucking cursed?
Well,
No,
And you brought
No,
her
it's
back
a-
on the ship.
that's
He
not
spits, brushes his shoulder off, spins around.
Tim. It's a matter of speech, isn't that right, Tim?
yes, 'tis a medical issue.
But we need all of us to give some help, and that's all that matters.
Do me a favor, don't fucking mention curses around the crew. Are you fucking mental?
Sorry, this is all quite new to me.
Look. If there's anything about pirates, then we're a superstitious lot, alright? Bring up curses, people aren't happy.
You've said it the
Okay.
most in the last 2 seconds, Barry.
I'm
Shush.
freaking the fuck out!
This guy's a liability.
Go see a hag and now it's...
Yes,
Right,
it's
just-
natural. Comes with the territory. Shape up. Let's go.
Right, let's go. Right, just give it your all. All of what you have, you give to Tim.
Right.
And wash your hands after.
Okay.
My, there's a whole army of you.
Hi, Captain. You feeling okay? Sweaty?
I'm perfectly fine.
No black spots on your hands?
No?
Good.
Captain, if you come out onto the deck. In fact, let's go onto the
It's better
back
do
of the
it in-
ship, top back of the ship.
We could do it in the infirmary.
No, we want to be outside, Tim.
Oh yeah.
It's
Now
the
everyone's gonna
quarterdeck,
see.
Elizora, at quarterdeck.
Yeah, but we got Tim here. He doesn't understand that. Come on.
Tim,
Go.
do you really not understand quarterdeck?
Lead the way.
You've been on this ship. Never mind.
I bet you don't know the depths like I do.
I should fucking hope not.
Yes. Enough chatter. There's a job to do.
Right. Okay. Yep.
Right. Vaela will go outside. She will, as she goes outside, she'll clutch the bottle sort of closer to her.
Up we go, up the steps, and there we go.
Do you want? Should we get rid of the others? Do you want less of an audience for this?
No, we'll be fine.
Okay. Cool.
They
As you
want
were.
to see what's after.
Okay. Tim instructs Vaela to point the bottle, off board.
No.
Well, worth a try.
He once again places his claws uncomfortably on her forehead. They're
How are we doing
slippery.
it
Yep.
They're damp.
now? I'm still not
slimy
quite
turtle
understanding
sweat.
what we're
Give
blasted
everything
doing.
you have
Just
when you
Give
touch
me all you
Tim's
have.
shell.
Your strongest magical power.
Okay,
spiritual
Polly.
Energy. I need all your energy. Everybody on board.
Everybody, just get them all chanting.
we do it again. Everybody places their hands on Tim. And
The
Tim
power of
places
Christ
some
compels you.
claws.
You laugh about that, but if they're all like chanting joyless, it probably would help.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. Oh.
Berry puts a hand on Tim's shoulder and he just whispers in your ear, Tim, "You are the best doctor we've ever had."
That's well. Tim
He's
brings
the
out
only doctor
crystal
we've
and
ever had.
presses it.
Bard-
Yeah.
Bardic inspiration is what
Uh,
you have.
Wow, thank you.
It's a D6
Okay,
on that one.
we place the crystal on Vaela's forehead, and what do I roll?
Uh,
It's just a
D20
roll
plus
with
your
my
plus your
modifier, isn't
spell
it?
modifier. Yep.
Plus 20 other people's entire.
With all the
Effort.
other people putting all your right, guys. I'm going to say this now. This can take every single spell slot you have.
oh, every single. Okay.
Every single spell slot you have.
Okay.
I only had
includes
one
your-
to give. I only had one left to give
Literally
anyway.
all our energy.
Oh, I've got quite a lot.
Yeah, Tim would
I hope
summon the
Tim
devout
pouring more
and
in.
get them to cluster around and pray for our
Those just bowed
our
heads
success.
in
Yep.
a cultish circle, semicircle
Great.
around.
That
Nine
venison is coming out
slots.
if this works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sorry, did you say 9 slots?
Yeah, I'm
Alarias.
given 9 slots. Yeah.
I think I'm giving
Okay.
6 or 7.
6 or 7. That's good to know. And then you've only got 1.
No,
Alarias.
I've got
Wait,
I've got
so-
level 4, and that's all that
Big
matters.
Okay, I'm rolling.
Okay, like as this is
Okay, that's
happening,
Plus no white
15,
bill, plus
Plus
like,
the 3
plus
is
the white bill.
18. Plus the bardic inspiration, if you will. That's D6, yeah?
yep,
plus Tamarin. Tamarin's probably got like 20
5,
slots,
so
right?
that's 20. That's 23 total, sir.
23
Nice.
total. And while this is happening, so No-Eyed Bill is holding on, and you can see the eyes of Polly are human-like eyes, and they begin to glow with a purplish light, and you can feel that surge through you, Tim, as it goes through. And there are parts of Tim's shell that begin to glow up with different lights. So the part where No-Eyed Bill is holding on to, outlines of purplish light go through the cracks of his shell. Where Berry is holding on, he begins to hum, and that deep hum goes into just a tone, and it's like a deep longing tone, and it echoes through, and this goldish orange light kind of starts to pierce through the cracks on Tim's shell on that side. Temarin hand down this bluish, purplish, cosmic kind of starlight begins to come out of his the cracks where he's holding on, and then the greenish light is coming out of the cracks where Elizora is holding on. Alarias, do you have like a kind of color you feel like your magic would be?
Purple?
Mm,
I always saw it as purple.
yeah, probably would be a purple
Yeah,
bluish.
Purple, indigo, maybe like a little indigo.
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of- Yeah, so like this indigo glow coming from where Alarias is holding on. Tim, your eyes are like the fucking rainbow as
Yeah.
you are holding the crystal and it projects through. How do you do this? What words do you say?
Tim, he starts to bellow the same incantations before, which was begone foul curse, I believe. But instead, it's this rainbow, this orchestra, the weave of magic flows through him. He's just kind of his eyes are blaring, and he kind of whispers, I see now. Channels the energy and blasts it into Vaela's forehead.
As you do this, this goes through the crystal into Vaela's forehead. And Vaela, you go into this like darkened space, and you are curled around this bottle. And there is a little girl, green, with glowing eyes, that just peers round at you in this childlike position, just grabs your hand and very gently peels it off the bottle, and just says, "It's okay. You can let go." And then she just peels the other hand, grabs the bottle from you. "It's over now. Don't worry."
Or you just see Vaela weeping. A traumatic event sort of thing.
And I feel like, no, you probably let go of the bottle at this point. It would just roll onto the deck.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
imagine.
as soon as like she could, she would just like almost instant, like when you're holding something hot, almost like just drops it.
Yeah, and it rolls onto the deck and rolls near the edge of the stairs and the banister. As it just and eventually stops. And
Right.
then all the others, all of you, you collapse to your knees. Not only has it cost you all your spell slots, I don't know what you're at now. You lose 14 HP.
Okay.
You cannot get that back until you do a short rest. Doesn't matter if you have a health potion, doesn't matter if you have healing hands. You cannot get that back until you do a short rest. The others collapse as well. What the fuck just happened?
We did
Barry
it.
rolling on the floor. I feel like my lungs gave out.
We turned back an artifact.
Shit.
A stupid bottle. Well,
Break it.
guess you guys were right.
Smash it now. Yes.
She will.
You gonna grab it?
I guess she'll grab it, but with something like a cloth or something.
Strike
like,
it.
With like.
Smash it.
No, but not on the ship, right?
Yeah, it won't be big straight away, will it? You can crack it and then just
Okay.
eat the bottle boat.
She'll get her storm sword then, and she'll just stab it. Just smash it with the sword.
Smash it.
Yeah.
So as you smash it, technically you're still attuned to it.
Mhm.
So this does go through. You smash it, and as you smash it pours out, and as it does, it begins to elongate and enlarge next to your ship as it lands. As it does, in the daylight, you see partially moss covered, but underneath you can see the gloriousness of this ship. It is a 40 gunner, cannons glistening in cast iron with filigree of gold around the rim. There are generally a red ship with gold filigree, silver figurine at the front, and the figurine at the front is simply it's like a torso of a man holding a map, and the map just has like a sort of treasure chests everywhere. And at the other end of the ship, you have the tallest. This has multiple quarter decks going up, and on the very tallest one, it looks like it has its own lighthouse-styled beacon at the very tip. And now that you've let it go, even though the flag was ripped off, you can see the semblance of whatever black flag was there before, just bellowing in the breeze. And the ropes strain and stretch, and they begin to move. And the ship sort of anchors and gently turns, then anchors next to your ship. But you cannot even see the top of the deck, because this thing is about 20 foot higher where its deck starts compared to your ship. All you can see is the red painted, moss coloured oak wood staring back at you with the odd cannon pointing at your face.
Wow.
Let's slash it to us.
Well, to sort of like connect it to ours, so he doesn't sort of.
Permission to come aboard?
Yes, good idea.
Aye. Granted. You're true in your word. I felt like it took a little while.
Unforeseen situations occurred, but it's been rectified.
There's
Minor
a rope
difficulties.
that slings down, ties itself to the side of your ship, like on the banister. A few of them do from their ship, covered in moss and small bits of seaweed and muck. and as they like drip on the ground, it is he has your ship less than you have his ship right
Well,
now.
that's fair. Yeah. Yeah. Vaela will start climbing the ladder onto the ship.
As you do, you get on deck. This is a massive ship. You could have many crew here. This is a flagship upon flagships. You could face down probably a good portion of the fleet army and come out on top still with a vessel like this. It still has armaments of cannonballs readily available. The longboats could house, where yours houses about 8 to 10, these could house 20.
We froze.
No, you froze.
Yeah, we all. I don't know if anyone else did, but
Just you, I think.
was it just me? Okay.
Does it have a flag, or did you describe that already?
The flag is slightly ripped and torn where it was, but there is whatever semblance thin strip of black is bellowing in the wind at the moment.
Okay.
You're welcome, by the way, Captain.
Oh yes. Sorry, a lot happened.
Yes.
Thank you very much. See, I'm glad you have my trust.
To call sorts.
You are a fine crew, and I'm glad you could see through the mind trickery that was going on. You have my thanks and my respect.
Good to have you back.
Glad to be back. Hopefully that won't happen again. Although I don't know what's going to happen with the bottle because obviously it's smashed now. Isn't it supposed to like come back? Because I don't know if I'm still attuned to it. I don't know how that
I think
works.
we were told that it reforms for you.
Yeah,
You
it
get
does
to use on something else.
So then,
When you look at it in your hand,
oh, is it
because
still,
you
so it
smashed-
came
It's back in your hand.
So it's back in my hand. Even though,
you
Wait,
smashed,
what's that?
you smashed it. You covered it in cloth, so you weren't touching it, but you smashed it and it emptied out. When you look at it back in your hand, it's like you never smashed it.
is it still in cloth?
It's still in the fabric you were holding
Okay,
it in.
okay.
I guess it's only when you absorb something in that you gain covetous of what you
I
brought
mean, okay. Well, she'll go as soon as I attuned to this thing. That was it. I felt compelled.
I will say as well, it feels like that bond is gone. Like
So do
you're
you
no
think?
longer attuned.
Well, I think we'll have a separate thing about that because I'm curious as to what extent of use do I have on this thing now? Like, could I still use it and be fine? Like, if I was to absorb something else, would I be okay, or would it just kind of refresh all over again?
So you're not attuned to it anymore. Is what you're
You're-
saying.
But I am though,
You're-
because it's come back to me.
No. It's formed back, but you're not attuned to it anymore.
Okay, no, that's fine then. Yeah, she's going to leave that under wraps for now. She's not going to touch that thing.
What I would say as well, perhaps with some further investigation, you could learn a bit more about the item and what
Yeah.
avenues and that kind of thing. But
Yeah.
yeah, with your current knowledge, there's
No,
not much
so
else.
she'll put it in her bag for now. She's not gonna mess with that shit. That's fine. What she's gonna do now she's back on, is head back to the helm where Rodger was. See if he's kind of still there, I guess, or what the
Yeah,
situation
he's there.
is now.
He wrinkles his nose,
Arthur froze.
Okay, that's just
kind
Arthur.
of transforms a little
Yeah.
bit. Oh, are we back?
You're
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
Okay, sorry. He wrinkles his anthropomorphic nose, and the moustache of gold filigree and the eye spirals and the eyebrows sort of appear in this form, and he just goes, I guess I owe you one.
Oh yes, but it was a pleasure to get you out of there, Rodger. Never thought I'd ever meet you.
There's a lot of things I could probably tell you about being famous where, trust me, legends tend to tell more tales than the legend themselves, if you get my meaning.
No, that makes sense. People exaggerate all the time. That makes sense. Those are
Aye.
the bigger legend you are, the bigger the exaggeration.
Indeed, though not everything's exaggerated. I obviously found myself so wanted I am now in my current form, so maybe it's not all it's cracked up to be.
True, true. Well, we've got a lot to catch you up on. But
Aye. What
all it-
year is it?
she'll spout the year, I guess.
That long. By the gods.
Yes. At the moment, we're all on this grand mission to gather these artifacts, much like the bottle, to stop the second coming of flood, as it were. We've even to it. It's so dire. There's a ceasefire between the pirate council and the fleet.
Is there now?
Yes, there is.
Sad to say.
At least
Hmm.
for now, there's a ceasefire. Who knows how things are going to turn out afterwards? Now, I don't know what your plans are for the immediate future, but we could certainly use your expertise, your capabilities in the trials ahead.
Captain to captain. There's one thing that I knew in life, and I know it now still. I am a man who pays his debts, and to you, I owe a debt. So I am in your service, if I am available. I will say it would be nicer to not be so part of the ship as I currently am, but I can understand if that's not quite within power at the moment.
I mean, at least for now.
Anything's
this-
possible. I mean,
Well,
you
I
know.
mean, if my crew are able to wrestle me from the grips of an artifact, you know, a portion of Geneptia's power, who knows what we can do? But well, there are certain advantages, it seems, with you being integrated into the ship, because it seems to me that you have some manner of control over the ship.
Well, it sounds like I've had a few hundred years of practice.
Well, if you're willing, if we were to, how do I word this without sounding weird? If we were to board this ship and use it as our main vessel, we could, in theory, you know, sail the seas with you, helping us control this ship. And if on the way we find a manner of releasing you from this ship, then we can do so. Obviously, we can't do that if we're not with you at all times, and we don't have enough crew to facilitate two ships, and there's hardly enough crew to facilitate the use of this ship. Therefore, if you can assist with that, it would make the runnings more smooth. Now we can iron out what your capabilities are. We can allocate crew to the bits that you need help assistance with, but it might be our best foot forward.
I'm not saying what you're saying don't be true, because it sounds like it is true, but I ask, if I'm going to be able to do such the legwork for you, what is in it for you to set my release? How do I know that you just won't let me be a ship forever?
It was our word you relied on to set you free in the first place, and you should be confident to rely on that again.
Captain to captain, you should know that we are our word. Without it, we are no captain.
Well, then, if I could shake your hand, I'd say we have an accord, but I can't shake your hand.
She would jiggle the wheel.
Oh, don't do that. No.
Okay, I thought that would help.
It's driving him nuts.
Yeah.
My head's
Disgusting.
here, it's a bit itchy.
As long as you don't mind, obviously. I don't know how you feel about having. I don't really know what it's like to be a ship. Is it weird?
I've been alone for hundreds of years. I'd say I'd be quite happy with the company.
And I'm sure the crew will be more than happy to seek your wisdom if you can put up with that.
I'm not sure. I've never tried to
Can you talk out of
show
anything other
my
than the helm?
visage anywhere else, but
Okay.
I'll give it a crack.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Who knows? Maybe with the it may give you reason to see what else you're capable of on this ship. Who knows? Now that you've got the motivation to do so. Potentially.
There is one more unresolved discussion we should have as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that is with the person who set us upon a task of releasing yourself.
So it wasn't just Alarias trying to find his old buddy then.
Well, it was say
Well-
a coincidence, but it was a happy one. But we didn't know you were there, to put it frankly. We knew you might have been somewhere, but didn't know exactly the circumstance.
Oh, it's fine, lad. I only jest. I've been, assumedly, I imagine, dead for at least the last 300 years. So,
Oh yes. That was the assumption. Well, lost was the official one, but everyone pretty much assumed.
it's very kind. Alarias, how's well, you know, do you still have your lady friend?
Yeah, we should catch up, Roger. A lot of unfortunate events have happened that brought me here, but yeah, things didn't go too well.
I am sorry to hear that. It is a tough time we are dealt with in this life. Yes, we shall speak more. I suggest, maybe if it's all right with you, before people come aboard, I stretch my sails a little bit and try to get used to using this thing before I look like an utter fool.
Sure. We can also, well, what we can also do while you're doing that, we can have some deckhands come across and give you a good, good scrub down.
Again, maybe let me stretch my legs first a little bit.
Yes, let's go talk to Remy and try and get an understanding of where he may be at before we introduce Captain to Smith.
Okay. Sure.
So as you sort of descend, as you take the ropes down and they unknot themselves and furl back, sails unfurl, wind raises them, and you can see there is a jolly against like the cream sails. You've got this black Jolly Roger, 2 swords and a skull against the top, the largest, most mainsail, as it sails forth for a little bit and begins to go out on the water. It doesn't go far. Roger seems to keep to his word, and he's just generally circling the island, seemingly getting a feel for his rudder. And Alarias, see that ship sail again. The memories. There is a certain joy that you can only get from seeing such a thing. It is
Nostalgia.
masterful.
What was the name of the ship? I don't think I had it down.
The ship was called the Jolly Roger.
Oh, yeah. Jolly goddamn Roger. Nice.
It certainly is majestic. Even with all the overgrowth, it must have been a sight to see in the day.
We were a legendary crew. Many exploits. Incredible.
I don't doubt that. I'm sure with us aboard, it's going to be similar.
He's going to be one hell of an asset. You know, he united the pirates back then
Oh yes.
under the Pirate Council. Yeah.
I'm glad he's agreed to join us. I think it's going to help a lot. I think. And he's always there for you to talk to as well.
Yeah, we'll be having many late night chats together.
Harry just comes up and is just looking at the ship as it goes, just like, was that the Jolly Roger?
Yes, it was.
The Jolly Roger.
Oh yes. And boy, Barry, if that's throwing you back, wait till you hear what what we've what's coming next.
Oh, this is a lot for one day.
Oh yes, telling me.
There's still more to come. Woohoo! Woo!
Yeah, I'm a little beat, if I'm honest, with more to come.
It probably would be worth us calling an officers meeting because we're going to need to speak with everybody about what's to come. and
Well,
what
let's talk to Brimmy because they might have they might influence our stance a little bit.
Oh, because he wants the ship, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yes. So if we go in, we need to talk to Brimmy, get some of his perspective on this. Considering,
Sorry, bro.
yeah, we gotta get some of his perspective to understand our stance, as it were.
Yes, but I don't want to be put in a position where we have to, you know.
Well, it's
don't
all
want- I don't
optional.
want-
It's just a matter of either we let him down, or it's just a matter of just explaining to him what's going on. And
We already gave him the hag's body.
like we're I think we're set in terms of where we're at for Brimmy. It's just one of the reasons why we went on this whole crusade to get the hag's bottle was to get the ship out of the hag's control. That was the whole way to get it out of the swamp. So now that we've got out of the swamp, and he could probably see it, we kind of need to go to him and be like, hey, by the way, it's this and this is happening. And he might go, oh, okay, that's disappointing. Or he might go, damn. Or he might go, good for you. I don't know.
Yeah, it's courtesy, I guess. Right? That makes sense. Let's might as well get that over and get that done.
Because I think no matter what we agree as a officer group, you kind of know where it's going anyway. So,
True. Or to get preparations sorted. But,
well, exactly. And gotta let the old Jolly have his jollies.
Oh yes. I'm sure he's excited to be free after so long. Right. Yes. Let's go back to Brimmy then and sort this out. Are you guys okay? You look pretty, like, even though it was all on me as well, you guys look even worse than. So it looks like it took out more out of you than it did me.
Tip top.
Okay.
Exhausted. Magically, we can keep going.
Okay. As long as you're sure. Don't want to put, stretch you guys too much.
Any sort of combat, and I'm out.
No, well, yeah, that's fair. Well, hopefully Brimmy doesn't get too angry.
I'm sure I'll be fine.
No. We can claim it as my property, as I was a part of the crew. It's yeah.
Part of the
That's
ship.
fair.
Part of the crew.
Well, yeah. All right then, let's go. So head to Brimmy.
You take the rowboats, and who's going? Just you four?
Yeah, I think just us.
Yeah.
four.
You have a bit of a struggle rowing the boats. Alarias, Elizora.
Control
Tim.
water to.
Yeah, I think that's the only way because it's magically and generally your body is just feeling absolutely drained. So using the control water, you can get through, and then you eventually get there, and Brimmy's just there, arms folded, staring at you, tapping his foot very slowly. I'm thinking you might have something to tell me.
Yes. Well, I'm sure you saw. But
It's a bit fucking hard to miss.
Yes. Well, as you can see, we have wrestled the ship. It's now free from where it was. We do regret to inform you though that we are potentially looking to use the ship. I know you've asked us to get it out, but the situation has become a lot more complicated. You see, it's not just a ship anymore. It's imbued with a spirit.
The spirit.
The spirit of Captain Rodger Reginald. Wouldn't be right to, just hand him
You
over.
wouldn't let it happen. Let's be real.
No. He would most likely flee if we just passed him over like some piece of property.
So, hold the phone here. What are you telling me is that if I were to board that ship over there, I could talk to the Rodger Reginald?
That is correct.
I'd like to put two things towards the lot of you. One, you're fucking terrible at taking on a contract, because once
Oh, yeah.
terms are agreed, that's kind of the point.
I know,
However,
we brought you the hag.
circumstances have changed, and for that, I am totally agreeable. So, as to make sure that the transaction maintains consistency, I'm thinking your ship wasn't always your ship, was it?
It was always ours.
I mean, from what I understand,
They exchanged captains, but it's always been ours.
I got a nose for this kind of thing,
It was
son.
similarly freed from captivity and then gifted upon the crew once it was freed from some ghost, something. I don't know, I wasn't really there.
I knew it. Ghost ship. Thought so. Still has a bit of an aura about it.
And it's got fire protection.
And it's got, yes, it's
That's
got a
some
it's got a-
fresh.
Yes. An indefinite one.
Tea.
Took a while. Lot of blood.
I'll do you a deal. I want 1 hour conversation with Rodger Reginald.
Hmm.
And I want your other ship as a replacement. Take all your shit with you, I just want the ship.
And what do we get?
You
We
get
fulfill the contract. We
to
get
fulfill the contract, and you get to sail away with Rodger Reginald's ship.
Well, you said you were gonna boost our ship.
Aye, it looks like it's fucking boosted to me.
I think we got a
Yeah.
pretty decent upgrade.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that's not the transaction we had from you, Brimy.
You wouldn't have known about that ship unless I told you.
We knew where the hag's bottle was. We would have
You
found it.
hadn't- Yeah, you wouldn't have known about the ship. I sent you on that little quest. Therefore, I deserve payment for my information.
I think that's fine. We needed it. We needed some. I was kind of struggling to figure out what we were going to do with the old ship anyway. So if
Don't
this whole
concede.
thing-
What are you doing,
this-
Vaela? You're giving them for the negotiations.
Listen. Look. At the end of the day,
I think you should be
We-
quiet and you should keep talking.
I'm happy to I want to maintain our
Of
reputation.
course you say that.
I want to keep our reputation. We don't want to be someone who goes back on their word. Now, if Brimmy here is happy to essentially renegotiate the terms, as the customer, he's within his means to do that. So, if he's happy to take the old ship, and for just a conversation, as long as it's nothing malicious, Brimmy.
Absolutely not.
We're not at liberty to give permission for that kind of discussion. That's for the
that is
ship
true.
to agree, not us. We can't
If- if-
negotiate on behalf of the ship.
Oh yeah, that would be part of it as well, I guess. It's up to Rodger whether he wants to talk to you.
Alright. I'll calm down. I would like an introduction to Rodger Reginald and the opportunity for an hour's chat, if he's willing.
Very well. That works for me.
But I'd still like your old ship.
That's fine. The bone blade will be yours once we've moved everything across.
Perfect.
Including its ability to transport realms.
Ah yeah, well that's part of our stuff anyway, so we would be taking that regardless.
I know, take that, I can do that myself.
That's true, you do.
I don't need that. I mean, look, here I am. You blink, he's gone. And then he just taps you on the shoulder and walks behind you. And I'm back again.
There you go. But no, that's fine. I'm glad you are happy with this, Brimmy. I was a little bit worried that you'd be a bit pissed. But,
Oh, well, I was going to be pretty fuming until I realised that you mentioned the whole spirit thing. Don't fuck with sentience.
No.
General rule of mine.
That makes sense. Right then.
Yeah.
Well, we will head off and make preparations, and once done, the ship's yours.
Aye. Sounds good to me. And you know,
What are you going to use the ship for? Mind my asking.
I mind.
We didn't ask him what he was going to do with the hag's body, I suppose. How's that? How you enjoying the hag's body?
Aye, she's nicely cased up now, and he just pats this pile of ingots.
She'll just look really confused. Okay, sure. But you know, at least, I mean, the boneblade did do us right, so make sure you take good care of her.
Oh, don't worry. I'm not going to take her apart or anything. Plan is to probably do what I was going to do for you anyway, but maybe just a little bit of my own style.
Fair enough. Guess so. Right, you need a ship if you can just sort of hop around.
Ah, yes, it's not so much for that. I've got an idea, but to successfully do it, I need something more of a vehicle than what I've currently got.
Fair enough. Has anyone else got anything else they want to speak to Brimmy about?
Can we have one of those ingots as a part of the final clause of the deal?
No. Unless you want to buy one.
How much?
Oh, I tell you what, for you, as you've been such a kind, great customer and contract doer, how about we call it 500 gold?
I don't even know what these ingots do.
Well, what does the ingot look like? This is from.
So, as you're looking at them on the pile, they look kind of like a silver ingot, but when you look, there's it's kind of like that weird metal sheen that's been heat treated, where there's loads of different colours in the flecks of the metal, and there is just a little hint of a mirage-ish quality about them. But he's holding it up, and he's holding it in front of you. It's definitely solid and everything, but there's just something a little bit not material about it. It's like it's got some flex.
It's got hack flex in it.
It's got hack flex.
Is it obviously hack flex?
Doesn't seem like it's obviously hack flex in its current form. The properties tend to come out when you actually turn them into something, but fey creatures, they tend to give some quite interesting results.
Okay.
How long would you need for that to become a thing?
As in for me to make some items of it. Oh, this
Correct.
is 6 months of work. Each one of these will be a new item. He's got 20 there.
Well, to get the first one done, how long would that take?
Couple of weeks.
And bear in mind, this guy teleports, right? It could be a delivery service.
Just remember as well, if you want to put an order in, that's going to be a little bit more if it's something bespoke. You can either buy the raw ingot, 500 gold, or if you have an idea, we can hash it out.
We don't really have the time. This is a slight issue against us.
Oh, I don't know. Brimmy, do you do sort of deliveries with your popping business?
Oh, why?
If we were to...
If you've paid for it, after I make it, I'll deliver it to you. Be a bit mean if I didn't.
There you go then.
Even then, we don't have weeks necessarily.
The clock is ticking.
Depends what you want.
I mean, if you're willing to pay a little bit more so that I can get some potions to keep me up all night, then yeah, I could probably do it faster.
Want the potions?
How about trade a potion, Brimmy?
Do you have a potion that'll keep me up all night?
How about a potion that will help you remember everything you ever remembered?
Oh.
No.
I don't need that. I've got great memory.
I'm talking everything, Brimmy, from your childhood to birth memory.
Roll
Every-
persuasion.
It's not going to happen. This is not happening.
Come on,
Time for Elizora.
No.
to get every member you ever had.
We only have 2 of those left, and there's no way that's getting traded for just an item for Elizora. There's no way. Not happening.
Not for Elizora. I'm saying just to get because we need some proof of the hag, right? We want some.
But the ingot's not going to be proof of the hag, right? No
Yeah,
one's
it
gonna,
is.
You just
We
give someone a piece of metal that's
that's the
shiny
thing.
and flexible. There's nothing about that
We
says
can
hag. It's not like you
request.
see a base.
We can request the thing to be like the hag.
A certificate authenticity. That's not really. I don't think that Brimmy's going to give you a certificate authenticity.
Why not? That's exactly something Brim would do. I don't know what you're
my
talking
God.
about.
Well, who's it? But then who's it? What's his jurisdiction? What's it, what?
No. We can
You asked
request.
me what my jurisdiction is.
We can request for it to
I'm fucking
look.
Brimmy Blackwater.
We can request for it to look like the hag as well, or have essence of to look to more influential look like a hag or something. I don't know.
Just take part of the body. I'm sure he's
though?
not used
Why
all
do
that.
we
Almost
need that?
reading
If you-
part of your mind as you're saying this. You know, the other thing I'll say is that when you're building this kind of thing, obviously, it's from a hag. It's gonna have hag-like qualities. There may be some crooked fingers. It may be dependent on what it's actually for. But you see, if I decided to make you a wand, for example, you might find there's an eyeball on the end of it. There might be some other twists and turns. I really don't find out until I start crafting the thing. But
It doesn't
depends on
have
what
to.
it's going to
It doesn't
do.
have to be for me. I swear, but it could be for anyone. It could be any one of us. I've got my one. It's not for me. It's just something that's proof that we can say we killed the hag or the hag's bottle, right?
But we don't need to, right?
Don't
If
you
this
have
is all
to
about
follow?
reputation, we have the fucking Jolly Rodger.
Yeah, but
Our
we-
reputation
We-
cannot
we
be
have the
higher
no,
than-
but that's the ship's reputation, not ours.
But we're the crew that are inhabiting. Basically,
We
will
no, but we become Rodger's crew. We don't
No.
necessarily. Yes,
No,
yes.
That's not how that's
The-
panning out. No.
That is exactly what people will
He's-
see and
he-
say.
He specified that he is joining us. Our flag is
That
going to
i-
be on top of that.
That
mast,
is
not
exactly
his
what
flag.
people will see and say. They won't
No,
say,
people
"Oh,
base-
look,
people
that's
base-
the
no.
shitty shit
People-
people." No,
people
that's
base it-
gonna say.
No. People base it on the flag, not the vessel. Otherwise, the bone blade wouldn't be our ship under the same logic, right?
Look, you
No
don't
one
know how
thinks, "Oh,
long it
that's-
spent. You don't know how long it spent trying to convince people that it was a bone blade and not whatever the fuck it was
True,
called before.
but we're not changing the name of the ship. But it's going to be our Jolly Rodger on the top of that thing, right? There's that's not how that's going to pan out. And even if that was the case, the hag thing's not going to make much of a difference anyway, because they're going to go, "Oh, look, it's Roger Reginald's crew that killed the hag." So that's irrelevant. That's not going to make any difference.
I got 21, and then we're on the persuasion. But
Still not going to get the fucking thing.
Look, if you can give me something that can remember all my skills, I'm still gonna need a little something on the side to keep me up at night so I can actually make this thing in time for you. But I have to say, it sounds pretty interesting, so I'm not gonna lie, it'll lessen the price.
Still not happening.
we killed the hag.
No.
Come on,
No. We don't need it.
we do. Come on.
No, we don't.
All of it was
If
for
all
you,
want-
Vaela.
If all you want is proof, right? As our client, I'm sure Brimmy could whip something up as proof that we killed the hag. I'm sure he's got some run over scrapings, or we've got the contract that says that we fulfilled it. Who knows, right? I'm sure there's something we
contract.
can get. Or you just rip the contract.
No, it's
Oh, he's got it.
out of midair. He's just
okay.
put his hands together and
Wow.
there it is.
So there you go, and it's pretty much states that we completed it. So there you go. There's your
Always remember my invoices. Don't fuck around with no paperwork.
that makes sense. Good business practice.
Right, what does it say exactly? Let's just make sure it says exactly as. Just gonna peer at the contract there.
As you're going through reading it. I, Brimmy Blackwater, ask the Crescent Moon Pirates.
Even you're credulous.
Sorry, the
No,
Crescent Moon Pirates to retrieve me a ship from the swamp with tandem possibility of grabbing / killing the hag / owner of the hag's bottle, so that I can, and retrieving her remains for my personal use. And under that, there's a little updated bit. Have agreed to swap their bone blade ship with the ship from the swamp, and have already accepted the corpse of the hag, also known as the witch, also known as the Nana. I can't remember.
It should say entire corpse. Full.
The entire corpse, literally like
we
little
killed?
arrow quickly scribbles out. He's not holding anything; just ink is just writing itself on top of it.
We should say the ship's the Jolly Rodger as well, not just the ship.
From the swamp, aka the Jolly Rodger, with the spirit of Roger Reginald inside.
Well, you didn't know that at the time of the contract.
Yeah, I know. I'm writing that now. I'm writing it now. We're literally editing this contract. Do you not see the ink doing it?
Yeah, but we didn't know that at the time, so that shouldn't be part of the contract.
Signing it. We're gonna sign it now, so you got proof.
Fine.
It's got my gold certificate on it. Look, little B.
All right.
Gold
nice.
coin.
Very nice.
Okay, I'm amenable to this. Fine.
Fantastic. Do I need to sign this as well?
Well, I'm not the
You all
captain.
need to sign it. Oh no, all of you need to sign it. You're all participating. You're all there.
Fine.
It's
Sure,
look.
sure,
It
sure.
says participants. ... And there's fucking enough room for all of you. Just sign your fucking names.
Right, Vaela will sign it. Motioning all the others to follow.
He just out of nothing's behind his ear, but out from his ear, he just gets out a quill and then hands it to you.
Fair enough. She'll do.
The points matter, Vaela.
That's fine. But look, we've sorted it out, right? It's done.
Fine.
Once you've all signed, he just does this, like either side, and it looks like he's going to tear it, but it turns into 2 contracts. Like, that's your copy, this is my copy. Pleasure doing business.
Always. Who knows? Maybe in the future we'll do something again.
Aye, that'd be nice. So I'm going to stick around to make sure that I get the bone blades by morning.
Of course.
Morning? Is morning alright?
I don't know. What time is it now?
Give it a few days just to make sure we've got.
Give us that. We got to get all our stuff across. It takes time.
Alright, fine, I'll give you a few days.
Thank you. Do you want to come? Do you want to come with us now, so you can get introduced to?
Aye, I'd like to inspect. That's so nice of you to invite me. Are you going to give me dinner?
Sure, why
Sure.
not?
We can whip something up for you. Yeah.
It'll
Oh,
cost you an
that's
ingot.
sweet of
Our chef.
you. Cough. It'll cost me a gold at max.
Anyway, our chef is great. Just come over. You can be our guest.
Aye, that's very sweet. And he's just like, just let me get my things. And his forge, he just grabs like the base of it, and he brings it up, and it turns into like a bag.
Wow.
And then he just hooks it over his back. And his tools, he just are all in like a leather satch, and he just rolls it, and they all roll up and spindle into something really small, in which he just hooks it back over his back, and that's everything gone.
Are you sure you don't want to join our crew, Brimy?
No
You'd have
one.
open.
I've always been an independent.
I mean, you'd have open access to Rodger to talk to whenever you feel like. Then.
Well, we haven't agreed. Rodger hasn't agreed
Well,
to
we
that
haven't agreed,
first stipulation, so
But but he's there at least. He seems amenable to it.
I'm not one for,
he's not going to put
down.
down roots. He's not roots.
No,
He-
it's
he-
fine. So it was worth asking. So
I'm
let's
a
throw
If
it
he's
out
being
there.
adventurous.
Throw it out there.
I mean,
like a
maybe
fart
if
in the
you'll-
wind.
Maybe if I like you enough and you're in trouble, I'll come and help sometime, some point. But I'm no fighter. I'm more of an armorer. So,
Allies then. I'm happy for allies, even friends.
aye, you've done a contract with me. I'd call us friends.
Fantastic. She'll just shake his hand. Friends.
Aye, friends. He grips your hand way too tight. Like, you feel like your pinky finger is broken,
Oh, fantastic.
And then he just goes, "Oh, aye, sorry. One thing about being an independent, not too socialized with people. So my grip is usually the one I use for my hammer."
It's fine. It's fine.
Are you sure? I feel
yeah.
like I hurt you.
No. It's fine. It's we'll go. Let's go.
The other thing you notice is when Brimmy gets on the boat, it really sinks down. Like there is a lot of weight this
There's
dwarf
a
is
lot of control.
carrying.
There's a lot of control water's gonna have to go on right now to get that thing moving.
It'll be fine.
All right, we'll head back to the ship.
Hey, it's nice. It's been a while since I've been on it.
What, on the bone blade or the Rodger?
Boneblade. Haven't been on it. Wasn't on it for long, mind
We
you.
discussed this, Vaela.
Oh, yeah,
The reason
of course. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
the
Sorry.
meteor and the
There's
whole thing.
a lot has happened. So sorry.
Oh, I remember. I don't know what you're talking about, Vaela.
When he sets his stuff down, there's like a certain creak, like a bit of a flex to the deck, and he's just like, "Sure, it'll be fine. Don't move it."
It's not like we try.
Just sort of.
See?
He starts looking around, inspecting the ship. Very nice.
She I suppose bring Barry across to introduce them to each other.
Pleasure to meet you. Brim Blackwater. Heard a few tales about you. You're a legendary blacksmith. Hey, I am. I don't know you. Am I meant to? No.
This is a
No.
well, fantastic. You'll if we can I can get Tiff to show you to the mess hall. If you want to have something, grab something to eat.
Hey, that'd be fantastic. Have you got any sausages?
You'll have to ask Tiff. He's in charge of all of that. She'll just call for Tiff.
Hey, yeah. How you doing? I didn't touch it.
Well, thank you, Tiff. Well
Give
done.
it back to Bill, and good job.
Right. Of course. I'll give it back. One moment. He's got it.
Excellent. Thank you, Tiff. Tiff, this is Brimmy. He's an expert smithy. He's coming aboard as our guest. I've told him how wonderful cook you were. He's interested in eating something of yours. Staying with us for dinner.
Hey, what do you fancy? Sushi? Actually, I was wondering if you have any sausages. Sausages. Right. We'll see what we can do, okay? He just zips down.
You can make a
So
fish
you want-
sausage, right?
You want me to follow the blue blur, right?
Yes, that's
We give you a run for his money and speed to get around.
yeah.
Teleporting versus super speed. I kind of feel like I'd win.
Only
Long
one way to
distance
find
at
out.
the very least.
Vader will call a deckhand over to just escort him to the mess hall.
Aye, that's more my walking pace.
Fantastic. Well, if you need me, let me know. I need to just talk with my officers to tell them what's happening.
Aye, take your time.
Be with you soon. And then, as they sort of walk off, she'll then call the officers meeting. Just to essentially tell them the plan of what's happening. That we're obviously going to be moving ship, and we need everything moved over there.
We're moving ship.
That's correct. We'll be moving over to the Jolly Rodger.
We're gonna sail on the Jolly Rodger.
Indeed, we are.
It's just shock on Barry's face. Captain,
Mm.
what blast is happening to the Bone Blade?
Remy, the fellow that came over, we will be handing the ship over to him. Since our contract originally was to hand him over the Jolly Rodger, However, with the change in situation, we owe him a ship. And as we're moving, it makes sense to hand him over this one.
But we get to take all our stuff, right?
Of course. Yes, we're taking all of our things.
Crystal at
including-
the helm.
Including
At
the
the
crystal. Yes.
figurehead. Great.
Yes. All of that is taking everything. As long as the ship functions still as a ship, then that's fine. We can take all the supplies, everything that we have in the hull, everything. Obviously, probably have to leave the sails, I guess, that are on here, obviously. But all the spares and everything we take with us. All the cannonballs.
Take the piano if we can.
Take the piano if we can, yes. That'd be good.
It's
But
just
yeah, the idea is move across.
just feel like there's just a small heavy breathing behind you, and it comes from down low, and it's Doward, the halfling, rubbing his hand over his face. We're leaving the ship.
I guess they can
I
hear us.
practically rebuilt this ship. The amount of repairs I made.
He's not
Bit of an exaggeration there, Dow. Let's be real.
I have touched every grain of wood on this ship.
Think about it. Look at all the new grains you can feel. How old such a ship is.
I'm
Preserved
sure,
in the muck. You can do so much more.
But it's not the wood I know. It's magic wood.
You'll know it
What
again.
use is a carpenter with magic wood?
You'll know it again.
I mean, I'm sure someone of your skills has dreamed always to work on a ship like that. Surely.
Lie.
If things go our way, it won't always be a magical ship either.
That's good news. And he just touches the mast of the ship for a second, and he's just like, "But I'll miss this old girl. I need a moment." He's cuddling the mast,
I'm sure you
holding
can
it.
I'm sure you
Take
can
some
find-
of it with you if you wish.
I'm sure you can find something to just take with you as a souvenir, a memento. Obviously, nothing integral, you know. I'm sure you can find something.
I'll look.
Try a door. Take a door.
I know just the one. He starts running.
So, I'll But yeah, well, okay. Is there any kind of Barry? Anyone else questions? Any concerns? I mean, I know that we're undermanned for this ship. I know that. I can see that. Luckily, Rodger seems to have some form of control over the ship and its function. Now, that should help us alleviate some of that requirement. I do need to understand with him what kind of control he has. I don't think he even knows. Like, I assume we have to load and fire all the cannons, but then all the ropes and everything he seems to be in control of, so maybe he just steers? Or maybe whoever's at the helm just steers? I don't really... Well, he seems to be going in circles, so I don't know. I mean, obviously we still should gather crew, so then it's, you know, with, what, have 40 cannons? We're going to need a lot more of us. But I'm sure, you know, sailing the Jolly Roger people will be clamouring to join this crew.
He's just stunned.
It's all right, Barry. It's all right, Barry.
I think I need a day.
That's fine.
Yeah, I need a day for this.
We've got a couple of days, so
Great.
you know you've got tonight to sleep it over. Think, you know, let it sink in. First thing tomorrow, we'll head over. We'll start moving everything over, and I'm sure between you and Alarias, you can sort what goes where and how everything's organised.
Alarias will know where a lot of it will go.
Alarias probably knows where it's all going to go.
Yeah, I know the ship inside and out. Both of them, so.
You
Yeah.
can use that. You can use that knowledge to make your life even easier, Barry.
Great. Yeah, sorry, I'm still gonna need a day.
That's fine. I just need you heading the game tomorrow.
I'll sleep on that, Captain.
Excellent. Well, at least there's nothing else, so you're all dismissed.
He's still standing there as you all kind of walk off.
She'll sort of gently like guide him out of the war room.
Right. Yeah. Surely. Yeah.
Just
gonna
at least
find
so he's
my bed.
outside of the door, because once he's outside of the door, that's his problem.
Yeah, the door's shut behind him. He's just
That's fine. We'll just leave him there. She's not going to
Just
bother.
there.
Just whatever, man. You're not in the war room anymore. You're in the, I guess, general hallway. That you do you. She'll head towards down to the mess hall to sit and eat with Brimmy, and we'll just chat with him.
he's got like a flagon of ale or rum. Can't remember what you guys have in stock.
Rum.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Or
It's
water.
ale.
Ale.
Probably
We haven't got
both.
any rum. We
Well,
got ale.
he's going for the ale. So he's got a flagon of ale, and he's eating some stuff. Oh, that Tiff is a great cook.
He is. We're lucky to have him.
He's like eating. He's going through, and he picks something up and points at your face. This is seaweed. It's fucking delicious.
You wouldn't have known, would you? I tell you, there are stuff I didn't even know you could eat until Tim started preparing my meals. Oh, who would have eaten seaweed? Who would eat seaweed apart from maybe Tim?
That's what I was thinking.
You know,
Don't know how he learned this archaic capability, but it's fantastic.
He's not for sale.
no,
I didn't see that. She's fucking haggling everything.
no. Oh, yes. That's Elizora for you, but that's what makes her a great first mate. While sometimes a headache. But yeah, eat up, drink up, or we both get a new ship.
I did notice a couple of things while I was looking around. Looks like your main sail needs a little bit of replacing. I'm assuming that'll happen before I.
No take backs.
I mean,
You said I would get the boom blade. I expect the boom blade in good working order.
That wasn't on the contract, actually.
Yeah, current
Contract
condition.
up.
this is the
Good working order.
It works.
That's not on our contract.
Yeah.
Just because you
It
can
is-
amend yours.
It
Yeah.
says working order, not perfect order. Now it is in working order. We do move around.
Alright, fine. Could you at least leave me a spare sail so I can work with it in case I get
We
hampered?
we've got some, not loads, but we have some. If we
Just-
had loads,
just-
we would have fixed the sail.
Oh, right, fine. Just like a patch.
We'll
For
give you
patchwork.
we'll give you a segment. You know, unless you haven't noticed, we're moving to a ship that has a lot more sails.
Aye, that's true. I'm assuming you're going to want to take the cannons. I don't really need them, in all honesty. You can have them.
Yeah, why not? We'll take them. And the was it the mangonel we've got as well? We'll
If
get
I
the
have a
mangonel
real
ballistas.
problem, I'm just going to disappear. So,
No, that's fine. No, we'll be. I mean, pretty much as long as it's not attached to the ship, as in like the wood, we'll most likely be taking it.
fair enough. I would ask one favour. Could you give me a day of food?
Sure,
Just one.
sure, that's fine. I'm sure we can. It won't be anything fancy, but I'm sure we can.
Well, it's taste food, so actually quite fancy.
I mean, if you want to give me the crap rations, I don't mind. I just want something to sustain me while I'm staying on the material plane
Look,
looking at this thing.
with Tiff, there's no holding back.
I'm sure.
You just
I'm
get
sure Tiff,
you just get what Tiff makes.
I'm sure Tiff will have something that he can just put together for you for a day. That shouldn't be much of an issue.
Sounds good.
Excellent. Don't know if there's anything else. Well, there's nothing else I plan to do. Don't know anyone else.
Then the next few days happen. You begin to move stuff over to the new ship.
Does Rodger agree to the?
Introduction.
Rodger does agree to the introduction with Brimmy, and they have a conversation. Rodger has figured out a way to appear in any part of the ship, which some of the crew have found quite unsettling, because he's still getting used to boundaries.
Oh, lovely.
Can't be worse than Umbro.
No.
Hey, hello. Oh, wrong room. Sorry. Happens quite a lot.
At least he
Um,
apologizes.
Yeah.
It's an improvement.
Don't piss off
And
Elena. She'll probably stab whatever part of the ship you appeared on.
I don't. Just to explain, I'm a ship. I don't really feel pain unless you're going to do some serious. Okay,
Doesn't-
right.
That doesn't mean she won't try.
Aye, she's gone for the eyes.
Doesn't surprise me.
It's not like I can be blinded. Aye, places.
Yeah. So I see you moving it all over. Works okay.
Yeah, and as he as you get on board as well, he sort of explains to you. I sort of stretched my ropes, as one might. Just realised I'm still doing a Scottish accent. That's it. I've stretched my ropes, and I found that actually I can move pretty much by myself. I have if you want to take control, you can, but generally speaking, I can maneuver.
I think
The
we've
thing
learned-
that I can't do is I can't seem to do anything with me cannons.
That's fair.
Like-
We can man those cannons. Can you see and move, or would we
I-
need to guide you? Keep
I've-
lookout.
Have you got a sense of direction?
Do I need to put a compass somewhere?
I can follow a heading. That's fine, but if it comes down to navigating some particularly difficult waters, I suggest you take over.
That's fine. We got
That's fine.
a navigator and a helmsman for that.
Perfect. And
And we'll probably keep Felton's our helmsman. We'll probably keep him with you at all times anyway, because it would be good for him to get a feel of how to navigate and, you know, take the helm if the need arises. We don't want to be the first time he does it when we seriously are in trouble.
aye, open waters though, I can pretty much handle that.
Cruise control.
Generally, the sails just give me an order of half mast, full mast, and I can take care of
I'll leave
that.
that to the navigator and helmsman to sort that out. But
I
yes.
can weigh anchor fine. Also, now that I can pop in anywhere in the ship, if you need to quickly get a command down to the lower decks, I can orate that for you.
That will be very handy considering past events. Yes.
How
How quickly could you, if need be, and you needed to scout everywhere on the ship? How quickly would that need? How quickly do you think you could do that?
Don't know about speed. but I
How many
certainly-
decks are there?
So, there's your main deck. Got a quarter deck, second quarter deck, aft deck, and then you got your 4 lower decks. So, 3 of those lower decks are cannons. The last one is simply a brig, storage, that kind of thing. There is some mixing between, I don't know why I'm telling you this in this accent. You would have explored the ship. You would have had a mix in. So the middle deck, or like the second lower deck, has like a bunch of hammocks mixed in with all the cannons. There are some rooms amongst the cannons of like the deck below that. The upper under deck for your main deck, that's the one that's still inside, has like your officers' rooms, as well as a few cannons, less cannons because they're officers' rooms. And then you've got your infirmary there as well and everything, so it's quickly accessible. Your storage is down low, but you can see there's ports like every single deck. There's like little places where you can store things, generally speaking, but your main storeroom for like food, water, rum, goods, cargo, all on that lowest deck. That's also where your brig is.
Okay. Well, again, I'm not too worried about the storing and stuff because again, with Alarias, he should know like the best places to put everything, so that should be okay.
The other
It
thing
sounds
is
like there's probably
Alarias.
enough.
Sorry, just Alarias. For this one, you know every secret compartment in this ship, whether you want to divulge all that information or not. But you know where every single secret compartment in the ship is.
Is there any stuff still in it?
That's whether or not Alarias decides to investigate that.
I mean, did the ship come with anything, or was it just?
It seems
stripped?
pretty bare. It had all the cannons. You had several cannonballs with it already. So
Is
I
it in
would
good
say
repair?
you had 3 cannonballs per cannon, and it's a 40 gunner. So you've got, oh god, my maths, 120 cannonballs.
Right. Wow. Yeah. I'm gonna have to update our sheet. I'll do that offline with you, like what's where,
Yeah,
stats and
message me
stuff.
for
But that's fine. We'll sort that out later. But yeah.
Like, how much maintenance does this stuff need from being underwater for in the mud for so long? Or is it like
It's
pretty good?
It's surprisingly okay, perhaps because it's an enchanted ship. It was generally protected. Generally speaking, it looks like the main thing this ship needs is a scrub.
Yeah. Which is probably one of the first things after everyone's moved across is that the deckhands will be like, right, make this thing spick span. You know.
We should also have a celebration.
Oh yeah. Yeah. First evening in the ship. Official.
Crack out the honey and venison.
Yeah. We'll crack out the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, once the bone blade's been given across and we kind of clear everything down, then yeah, definitely, 100%. Yeah. I assume Rodger has no issues with us putting the Crescent Moon flag on his mast.
When you bring the flag across, there is like a little there's a wince, but there's also like a. I mean, I can't exactly talk. I mean, I can talk, but you know, it's your flag. Kind of in a sense. I owe you that much.
Oh.
Just do me a favor, please. Don't paint over the mainsail.
I don't plan on changing much about the ship itself. I mean, it's still going to be called the Jolly Rodger. The decoration's probably going to stay very similar. Might do a few touches here and there. But, we still want to have the identity of this crew on here. But we will try to remain as faithful as possible. I mean, we didn't really change the bone blade much after it transferred over. So
You gotta understand, Jolly and I have been together a long time, and well,
no, I respect that. Like I say, you are now part of the crew too. So, and as such, part of the family. So we wouldn't, I wouldn't tell someone how to cut their hair,
but I'd like to just state, I'd prefer it if everyone referred to me as Captain Rodger Reginald. Just the deckhands and the officers. You, Captain, can just call me Rodger.
Don't you think that's going to get a bit confusing? If there's 2 captains on board?
Captain is a station. If you're talking to a captain of another vessel, you still refer to them as captain. Even when they're on your boat.
Sure. We'll see how that pans out. Because if confusion starts setting in, we may need to...
How about just sir? Equally respectful? Just don't even refine you by name, just sir.
Roll persuasion.
I agree with that. That sounds like a very good...
14?
No, I'm going to stick with the captain thing, but we'll keep it in a formal sense. If you need to make introductions, if it's a deckhand requesting me specifically, and it won't be that they say captain, but they will have to say Captain Rodger Reginald. Or Captain Reginald.
Like I said, I'm okay with that for now. But if confusion starts setting in, I'm going to have to nip that in the bud.
Don't
Because
worry.
you're
If anyone just shouts captain, I'll leave that entirely up to you.
Which is fine, but what... you're correct in the sense that, when a captain goes on board another ship, they would still be referred to as captain, but another captain doesn't generally stay on another captain's ship and then still be expected to be called captain. Like if a captain joins another crew for a year, let's say, certain things would concessions would have to be made.
I'm sure one of them gets to be called Admiral. Well, if you ask me.
But anyway, we'll stick it. We'll leave it like that for now, and we'll see. We'll see how that situation progresses. But hopefully, hopefully we'll see. Damn it. Hopefully we'll be fine. All right.
How about Master?
King, stop.
Just gonna keep going.
I think we'll
Yep.
reconvene about this at another time. And he just shrinks back into the ship.
Fucking goddamn it, Elizora. All right. Well, make sure everything well. So
I
what
never
we
got
on?
to see Bloodbeard as an Admiral. It's the one thing I regret.
So what? Have we passed everything over to Brimmy yet, or is that still?
Yeah, so what I'll say is, in the sake of brevity and time, I'm going to wrap up the session here. You get everything over to your new ship. Brimmy seems to conceive a way to bring his transporting ability to the Boneblade, and Boneblade disappears from sight. You then venture forth, and I'm assuming you're heading towards the Water Whistle.
I think that's the plan.
Yes, it has
There's
been
something to discuss. I guess.
I think we need to discuss it though, because I think with the increase in ship, it might be worth getting some more people.
I think that there's multiple factors at play, isn't there? Because there's the whole thing with the Commodore. There's the whole thing because he gave us a timeline. There's the whole thing with getting to Orbis, and now we've got the big ship. So I think there's a few factors at play to hash out.
It has been
true.
3 days then, and you have managed to get everything over, and Brimmy has disappeared from sight, and you are about to make your heading. So next time on Pirate Adventures, what heading will they take? With looming deadlines and an apocalypse on the rise, what more is going to happen to our dear pirates? Will they make it to the end, or is something more deceiving on the way? Perhaps a new mystery. Perhaps the Water Whistle is not what it seems to be, or perhaps they have a plan. Who knows? Let's find out next time on Pirate Adventures.